Triple OG, Past Usher, Deacon 305. So you mentioned talking to Tip, man. Before we get into the movement, TIP verse 50, man. How you like that? I know who you're rolling with, obviously, but how you like
I mean, you know,
okay, talk about it. Forgive me for
Tip is my brother, bro. Tip is my brother. Tip is my brother. 50 Cent got hits. Tip got his
classics, man.
50 Cent got hits. Tip got hits. Tip got his too. The thing is that, like, it's different styles and it depends on the records they pick. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you ask me who I'm rooting for, come on, man, it's Hussle Gang, bro. You already know the vibes.
Yeah.
I left my chain at home. I don't feel like wearing all of them every day.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I'm with Big Bro for sure.
Tip got a lot of hits, but it's a lot of regional hits. You know what I mean? Didn't make it to California. A lot of his hits didn't make it to California. You know what I mean?
I'd like to think the reason why me and Tip is so close is because of that.
Got you.
Because I didn't know him. Like, I didn't know him as T.I. Everybody knew him as T.I. I'm just a church nigga that happened to get out and start figuring some shit out. You know what I'm saying? And right when I met him, he was like, nigga, you don't know. He's like, well, how familiar are you with my music? I'm like, I know Rubber Band Man. I was like, what? Like, nigga, I know, you know one song, nigga. I got 3 albums out, 4 albums, nigga.
Yeah, it shit didn't make it to Cal. I actually had to go back. When in about 2006, 2007, had to go back and revisit his catalog. We got another caller. My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. Hey, celebration.
What's good with it, Fred?
What's good? What's good, Ann Fresh? How you feel, King?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, Emperor. Feeling good. Hey, what's good with it? Producer of the year, you feel me? Producer.
All right, I'll accept
it, bro. You know, you earned that title, man. You earned that title. So, you know, back all your glory with that, man. But I just got 3 questions for you, man. The first question is
not 5.
No, man, not 5, man. I'm gonna keep it brief. I'm trying to call in. You know what I'm saying? It's a hot show. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it brief. But yeah, man. The first one, I really want to ask you, what got you like deeply ingrained into it? Because I know with Kanye West, he used to always talk about that he got into engineering and stuff because his mother had him in like performance and art type of schools and stuff. A lot of people don't know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He learned like the treble clefs and this and the that and the range and the climax of the song and the tempo and you know, all that stuff. So like what really got you deeply, you know, intertwined in it to the point that you know what I'm saying, you couldn't live without like making music. You understand what I'm saying? Engineering music, mixing, mastering music.
That's a great question. Thank you for tapping in, bro. And the thing like that got me to making it. What's so crazy is my parents tried to put me into. My parents tried to put me in some what's the name, in a music class. You know, my dad put me in drum. My dad put me in drum lessons, and this was before Drumline. So when Drumline came out, I was like, "Nigga, that's me."
Columbus was on the show. Columbus Short came in here. Columbus Short came in.
No, facts. He put me in. He put me in drum lessons, and like for the first like month, I had my teacher. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he was doing, I was just doing it. I was just looking at the paper, acting like I knew what the fuck. But I was so good at just listening to what he was doing. I just, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I was so good. I just knew how to imitate what he was doing. So that turned into one day he like put the sheet music in front of me, and he did something, and I did like something at the end. Like, you know, he did like a tat 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 tat, and I was like tat 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 or something like that. And he was like,
"That's hard.
That's nice, but that's not here on the." He's like, "You're not reading this, huh?" My dad found out. My dad like, "Nigga, I'm taking you to piano drum lessons. You ain't even." That's when I found out. I'm like, it's just in me. Like it's just in me. I don't even want. Like, I'm not even interested in trying to think about this because I'm still developing. Like, as a kid, I'm so all over the place. I couldn't even focus on reading one note at a time. I'm like, nigga, I hear Stevie Wonder song. I'm trying to make a track as soon as I leave. I'm trying to remember this. It's all kind of shit going on in my head. You want me to look at this paper? You know what I'm saying? So that was like, that's when I knew. because when you
That's
try
when
to
I
make
knew.
somebody,
That's when I knew.
come on,
I know, yeah,
come
that's
on.
that shit. That's that shit.
It's like
But yeah,
that's
man,
when I knew.
yeah.
Facts, because it's like
Yeah.
if you have a passion for something, that passion is gonna drive you, not just the fact that your parents is gonna make you do it, or the fact because they want you to, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did respect about, and well, not did. That's what I respect and love about my parents, is that they always allowed me to do what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I figured it out was after I already moved out. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, it ain't nothing else. Like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like, oh, if this don't work, I'm gonna do this. It was just like, nigga, I'm about to be a music producer and the dopest musician I can be. And I just did that shit. And I continue to strive to do it every day. But if I had a plan B, obviously, or plan C, all of that shit would distract from plan A. So it's like, why not just have a plan A and just execute it?
And my second question to you, man, is when it comes to Nipsey Hussle, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's bigger than life, you know what I'm saying? After death and when he was here in these streets, you know what I'm saying? So I want to know when he was living, you know what I'm saying? Like physically where you could see him, you could talk to him, you could rap with him. What is something that you learned that is just stuck with you and you feel like it's going to stick with you till your grave when he was alive? And then what did you learn after he passed away? So both dynamics.
You know what? I learned the same thing, but I didn't realize it was the same thing until after he passed. So I learned intent and purpose, and that's why I always talk about it, because that's what he was operating in, and after he passed, that's what allowed us to know what he was going to do and allow us to carry it out. You know what I'm saying? So like, if his intentions was bad, he wouldn't accomplish half of the shit that he accomplished. Just because the universe God ain't gonna reward you for doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you operating faulty, it's only gonna get so far. You get what I'm saying? So like, for him to really have pure intentions and really wanting to, you know, change the world through his music, change his community, all of that stuff, he was operating in his purpose, which we got to see, us, his close friends, while he was here, and got to realize after he passed, if that makes sense.
Right. And my last and final question, you was kicking it with Nip and stuff, right? So if you kicked it with Nip, tell me one of the best stories, because Nip got these legendary stories. If you talk to anybody who's been around him long enough, or even if you just came in contact with him a couple times, it seems like there's always a legend or some type of crazy, wild, and you know what I'm saying? Just some crazy shit going down around Nipsey. So maybe it was the summertime, maybe it was spring, fall, whatever. What is a time that you can really recollect in your brain, you know what I'm saying, in your Rolodex, and say, damn, like that was special. You know what I'm saying? Like what was the event? What did the plot look like? You know what I'm saying? Like what did it look like for you?
I would say, damn. I was gonna say two things, but I guess it would have to be 3 different times, and that would be the first time we did House of Blues. That footage is still up on YouTube. You'll see me with a big ass shirt, a big ass towel around my neck. Nigga, I think the keyboard fell. I was on the floor. All kind of crazy shit. We was going up, and then that was the first memorable like moment that I will always have. The second is when we did the Victory Lap concert. I mean, of course, there's other things, but like that.
Or
you said what?
Palladium or
at the Palladium. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know that was legendary. Damn.
Yeah, when we did that, it was like, nigga, this was my Nick. Like, this was like my musical son. Like, I felt like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, nigga, like this is like we did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we playing the music, and we happen to play some of the music that we're producing with our nigga. Like, that I can't even describe that feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was like one of the best moments that I had, and I could tell like that he was super stoked. And like I guess the last memorable moment unfortunately, but fortunately enough, would be his funeral, which we played because like we played his first and last. You know, play his first and last. So it was like, you know, those moments just kind of like, those moments will always be here. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been a part of his legacy. 1500 has always been a part of his legacy. Mike and Keys will be as well. So, you know, that's just something that you can't rewrite.
Hey, man, in closing, I appreciate the time. You and Fred are true definitions of two strong black men that bet on themselves. So keep betting on yourself, man, to be the greatest and the best you can be, man. 100.